Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another speed build. We are back and we are fixer-uppering the world of Newcrest with base game only homes, and I want to just go ahead and get this out of the way right now and preface this video by telling you I'm really terrible at modern builds. Please don't come for me. I'm not really happy with how the build came out, but I really did spend a lot of time on it. I did the best I can, and it of course has a cute little storyline that we're going to get into. But first I'm going to tell you about work because it is currently 3:40 a.m. Slay just got home from work. I'm getting on an airplane in like, I don't know, 2 hours to go visit my friends, which I'm really excited about. But work was a disaster. So for those of you who are new here and do not know, I actually work at a line dancing nightclub. And it was just ridiculous tonight. There was a brawl that saw a bunch of people get arrested and like half of the club clear out because they were brawling, and it was just not very nice. And someone was mean to me and they yelled at me and they called me ridiculous and threatened to call the police on me for overcharging them for a drink, but I know I didn't. And even if I did, I felt like that was like a little bit too much of a reaction personally. So they were like, we're gonna call the police. I was like, go outside and get them, because they're all here. The entire police department is in the parking lot dealing with the people who were fighting each other. So, you know, that's not super slay. I do love my job, but it was like not fun, you know? I wasn't feeling it tonight. I am, however, feeling The Sims and I want to play, but I'm going out of town, which I am excited about, but I'm going to miss my nice gaming setup and all my Sims. So I'll have to suffice for Sim TikToks only. Shout out to my TikTok channel. Follow it in the link below if you'd like to. As you can see, we're just grinding away on this beautiful, beautiful build. And I have a whole storyline that, of course, we're going to get into. But basically, this home was built by a retired athlete, and he's just completely full of himself. I believe in total it ends up being a 3-bedroom home, but it has an office, and one of the bedrooms is not furnished like a bedroom. It's like a man cave, if you will, and it's just covered in like sports trophies and all his crap. And he just loves himself. And if you remember my base game mansion build, which is just across the street, you'll see it when we do the live tour. The Castillo family that lives there, the father hates this man because he hates this modern monstrosity, which is actually what I ended up naming the build, and you can follow that on the gallery, which is Tiana305. And I just love the juice in this storyline. But this is a womanizing man. He is dating everyone who's anyone. And I actually ended up building the gym that I made for the world of Newcrest that I didn't film, which came out much better than this modern build, but still not their best. Right across the street, because I thought it fit the vibes, if you know what I'm saying. I like the fountain elements. I was going for something when I was building the house. Did I execute it? Probably not. But I tried to experiment with some things I don't normally do. I put fountains in, which were super cute. I did a dropped floor, like a drop floor into the living room, which is so weird and glitchy. You'll see it in the game, but it makes the area rugs you put down under the elevated platforms look like they're floating, and I don't know why, and I don't know how to fix it, but I couldn't look at it anymore because it was making my tummy feel disgusting. But I was going for like natural wood tones with like hints of green, and I threw some little like romantic tidbits in there. Again, building this world with base game only has been really fun because for so many years I only had access to the base game. I know many of you only have access to the base game just because there's over $1,000 of Sims DLC to download, as well as the fact that like you will not catch me with Journey to 2. I don't care. I don't care how much I desire to have all the packs. I don't want that. I think it's garbage, and it's not for me. If it's for you, that's great. It's just not for me and how I play, and I totally understand that you are not going to buy every single pack that doesn't fit your vibes. So I really set out to build Newcrest as much as I can. I'm really, really happy with it, to be completely honest. So far, in terms of community lots, I have a graveyard. I have a bar that I'm working on in progress, which is really, really cool. I made it like 4 bars on one lot and like made it so you can like walk through it, I guess. I don't know. You guys might not think it's cool. I think it's kind of slay, but again, this is my channel, so of course I think it's slay. And I built a science center, which is actually a library. So it's like a normal, regular library. They look like townhomes. And then on the other side, it's a kids science center. I actually toured all of these live on my stream the very first time I streamed, because everyone's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, let's look at what I've been building. So we went through and looked at that, but as I said in my other videos with my Newcrest build, I do plan to do like a whole long overhaul video where we talk about all the lore, we look at all the community lots, look through some of the houses again, and kind of do one big overview when the entire thing's done. And then I did a gym with a pool, and I believe I still want to put maybe a park in, but I'm not totally sure yet. I have done so much building. I think I only have to finish the bar lot and maybe one other. I don't know if it's going to be a house or a community lot yet, because there are big houses, small houses. I did have a starter home, an empty starter home for one sim. It's not my best work, but I built it on TikTok live when I went live for the very first time, so it's got a place in my heart. Again, building just base game has been a bit of a challenge, but it's also been kind of fun to kind of force myself to think out of the box and use some of the items I don't normally use, as well as exploring different styles I don't normally play in. Again, a lot of this world is pretty traditional, but like this modern house is super outside of my comfort zone. It's not something I could normally see myself doing, but you know, I try my best with these things. I'm going to Virginia this weekend, and I'm pretty excited to see one of my good buddies and his girlfriend. We have known each other since 2nd grade, and actually when we first met in 2nd grade, we got into a tussle. That's like the theme of the speed build, is a tussle. We got into a tiny tussle when we were in the 2nd grade, and I don't really remember what it was about, but I know it was in music class, and I know we both ended up crying in the office, and we got in trouble, and I had to go to in-school suspension. Something about me that's really important to know. I don't like confrontation. I'm not afraid of it. Like, I will confront you and I will win, because, you know, I'm competitive. But like, I don't really like it. Like, I'll cry afterwards. Like, if you yell at me, I'll yell back, but then I will directly call my mom and be like, why did they yell at me? So like, I'm not really that scary or anything. But another thing about me is I'm a rule follower. I'm a rule follower through and through. I know, like, you see on TV, they're like, applaud like the rebellious. I'm not a rebel. I'm not a rebel. I learned the first time. I did not learn the hard way. Like, my sister growing up, for the most part, definitely had that like kind of streak in her where you could say like, don't touch that, it's hot, and she would touch it and look at you in the face just because she could, and like learn the hard way, which some people are just more prone to being like that. Not me. Not me. I don't know if I've ever been grounded, to be honest. I think if you hit me with the whole I'm disappointed in you speech, done. Done. Put me in therapy, because I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it for this travesty. What a Greek tragedy in my life to hear those words. And not everyone's like that, but like I am. And you know, I have embraced being sensitive. I'm very aware of it, so I try not to put myself in situations. I say that, but tonight during the brawl, when they was fighting the bouncers, I was saying some words. I was saying some words, and in my head I was like, should I pick up my little soda gun and like spray them? But then it got really, really obnoxious, and it was like 4 guys fighting, and then all of a sudden like 40 people, and there were like girls scratching people's eyes out, and guys were throwing punches, and glasses were getting thrown. It was really a mess. Shout out to my local police department. They are very nice. They do a pretty good job. We also just didn't have enough staff tonight. It's been a crazy, crazy weekend. Who knew the world of line dancing could be so tumultuous? I certainly didn't. Anyway, I really like what I did in the master bedroom here. I tried to be a little bit different, and I gave them like an open kind of bathroom thing with a makeshift walk-in closet, because again, this is base game only, and I think it came out pretty cute. Another thing you might be noticing are the pictures, one above the master bedroom and then the one in the hallway. So those are actually photographs of custom content that you can find in the gallery, and I have them all favorited on my gallery. I can look back and see who created them all, but I'd have to remember which ones I specifically used. But if you go in and type in like CC art on the gallery and stuff like that, or like paintings and stuff, you can get like rooms, and they're completely base game, and it's just a nice way to like spice things up, because I think he's quite the art connoisseur. As you see, like those little Venice, Rome, or Florence, Rome, and Italy ones. There's some ones in the guest bedroom. Oh, the neon signs. My dad growing up had like a man cave, which was technically just his shed, but he used to have neon signs all over it, and I used to think they were so cool. So like I had to do a little nod to my dad. But this is the guest room, and I made it very lady girl like because I feel like he's like inviting women over because he's bad. He's a naughty man who's like super full of himself and like won't sleep in the same room with his conquests. I don't know. This might not be the most age appropriate. I don't really know. I built this at like 4 a.m. I don't sleep a lot if you couldn't tell. And now we are finally in the backyard, and there's not a lot of stuff in the base game for the backyard, so like that's not very nice. But I know there's a hot tub, a table, a grill, a bar, some lounge chairs. I think I ended up doing a chess table that might be on the front porch, but I did that. I think I put some planter boxes in, another seating area, because like what the heck else are you supposed to do? Oh, I did that. Like there was like 10 seating areas out here because there's nothing else to put out here. Like I put a big ass pool. There was only so much I could really do, so I tried my best. And you know, again, I'm not the best at modern builds. Oh, there's also a gym because again, he slays the gym. I'm not the best at modern builds, but I really did try my best, and you know, it could always be worse. So in the next couple minutes, we're just gonna go ahead and pop in game so we can go through a live tour, and I can show you the one and only superstar athlete retiree womanizer who inhabits this beautiful monstrosity. Alright team, first of all, jump scare because now I'm on the other side of your screen. But this is the final house. This is the modern monstrosity. She's looking better, I think. She could be better, but she could be worse. You know, I play around with a lot of platforms, so that was fun. And then we'll kind of just go in and do a little tour. One thing I will say is I actually like the layout of the downstairs. I don't know what happened to this because this is a gallery custom content, but I promise it's not like that on the gallery. But as you can see, there's some of those paintings I was talking about. And then the drop floor modern living room, and I made like this fake little sectional, which is playable. It's not the same as the sectionals, obviously, that are in-game that come with Dream Home Decorator, but it looks good. Then we have our green little kitchen with a nice little bottle of wine, or nectar, if you are a horse ranch girly like I am. And then, you know, the dining room table. I love this rug that came with base game. It's really expensive, but this guy's rich, so whatever. And then the little entryway. And then I actually ended up doing an open floor plan kind of office thing. It just made better sense with the upstairs floor plan. That's pretty much why I ended up doing it. And then we have a little bathroom down here. Nothing special, you know, just the things you need. And then you come upstairs and you have this nice like overlook, which I actually think would be quite beautiful to live with. Another neon sign, of course. I think I just didn't have space for it in the man cave and was like, fuck it, we're doing this. Then we have these lovely little things over here. Of course, again, it's not like this on the gallery, I promise. But we have this right over here. And then we have the man cave, which is quite beautiful, but could easily be converted into another bedroom. All 3 of the bedrooms have a bathroom, so this is actually a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. And then it's got this really nice balcony over here with some more stuff, another fountain, a telescope, trophy wall, you know, all the things I expect a retired athlete to have. And then, of course, we have the green room. Got some little, like, CDs and games and stuff. A rose. Then we have, again, his makeshift walk-in closet. And these are actually just the updated, like, CC creator finds that we got gifted by the Sims team a couple years ago. That little wardrobe. And then, of course, the rest of the bathroom. Nothing super special. Then on to the backyard. Let me remove my grid really quick. But yeah, it looks okay, I think. You know, there's lots of, like, covered seating area. I like the little, like, green thingies I ended up doing. I did this in the front yard and the backyard. And then a nice sitting area over here. Another one over here. Another one over here. I don't know if you notice the pattern. A hot tub, because every womanizing retired athlete needs a hot tub, I think, personally. And then some little lounge chairs, and that is the entire house. Let me see if we can jump into the world and see our main man. Okay, so I'm not going to go through cast because I didn't work that hard on his outfits, my bad. But this is Grant Perkins, and his bio is as such. Grant Perkins has recently retired from the world of professional sports. Now it's time to enjoy the fruits of his labors. What better way than building a mega mansion? Of course, now that he is done with the sports, he has other interests. These include himself, woohoo, and video games. In that order. Yes, that's it. So that's his little storyline, and he doesn't even realize, like, he's completely oblivious to the fact that this man right here, Ronan Castillo, hates him. Hates his building, and is totally against it. And then, of course, the little gym, which looks really good. And you get a little quick sneak peek of the overall world. I try to fit a house of kind of every style, except I did disregard doing a mid-century modern build because it doesn't really fit in the world, at least in my opinion. And also there is a base game world that is more mid-century modern geared that is not Newcrest. And although I am currently only planning on redoing Newcrest at this exact moment, I feel like I just didn't need to add it in. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to cut off right here, and if you are liking watching me kind of revamp Newcrest or hearing my tumultuous work stories with brawls and brothels, and sometimes I even say fuck, like, on camera. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love when you do that. Thank you guys for your support, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.